Hello, my name is Montana. I'm a physical therapy student at George Fox University. In this video, we're going to discuss some of the basics regarding nutritional demands with exercise. Let's first talk about calories. A calorie is a measure of energy, just as a pound is a measure of weight. Energy from calories fuel your every action, from breathing to running. Basal metabolic rate, or BMR, is the metabolic cost, or energy, required to maintain normal cellular function at rest per unit time. The Harris-Benedict equation is one of many different methods used to estimate an individual's daily BMR, and factors include age, gender, height, and weight. If you'd like to calculate your estimated BMR, enter this link into your web browser. Enter your height, weight, age, and gender, and then click Calculate BMR. Keep in mind that BMR is an estimation of the number of calories you'd burn if you essentially stayed in bed all day. That is, it doesn't account for your physical activity level. As your physical activity level increases, your total energy expenditure increases, and thus the number of calories you need to take in increases as well. Therefore, nutrition and exercise not only complement each other, they need each other. Exercise is what keeps your body conditioned and working. Nutrition allows your body to endure your workout, recover from it, and get stronger. A combination of exercise and proper nutrition will yield the best health benefits, such as preventing weight regain, decreasing body fat, increasing muscle mass, and reducing risk of cardiovascular disease. These are the American College of Sports Medicine physical activity recommendations. So how many calories should you be consuming based on your physical activity level? For the purposes of this video, let's get an idea of your estimated daily caloric intake requirement using the following table. Line up your age, located on the left side of the table, with your gender and physical activity level, located on the top of the table. It's important to note that weight and height are also factors that determine an estimation of one's caloric intake requirements. The values listed on this table are for a reference man who is 5'10" and weighs 154 pounds, and a reference woman who is 5'4" and weighs 126 pounds. If you'd like a more accurate representation of your total energy expenditure, check out this link. In this table, sedentary means a lifestyle that includes only the physical activity of independent living. Moderately active means a lifestyle that includes physical activity equivalent to walking about 1.5 to 3 miles per day at 3 to 4 miles per hour in addition to the activities of independent living. Active means a lifestyle that includes physical activity equivalent to walking more than 3 miles per day at 3 to 4 miles per hour in addition to the activities of independent living. For an example, let's use me. I'm a 30-year-old male who is considered active by these standards. Therefore, my estimated caloric intake is 3,000 calories. Now that you have an idea of your estimated caloric intake requirements, let's talk about the recommended dietary reference intakes for calorie breakdown. Proteins, fats, and carbohydrates are the types of nutrients that contain calories. Proteins should contribute to 10 to 35% of your total caloric intake. There are 4 calories per gram of protein. Fats should contribute to 20 to 35% of your total caloric intake. There are 9 calories per gram of fat. Carbohydrates should contribute to 40 to 60% of your total caloric intake. There are 4 calories per gram of carbohydrate. You may have noticed that nutritional labels only quantify proteins, fats, and carbohydrates in number of grams and not in calories. Let me walk you through an example of how to convert calories to grams using my estimated daily caloric intake and dietary reference intakes as an example. Recall that my estimated daily caloric requirement is 3,000 calories and that 10 to 35% of my calories should be from protein. Let's first calculate what 10 to 35% of 3,000 calories is. Let's multiply 3,000 by 0.1 to get 10%. This equals 300. Now let's multiply 3,000 by 0.35 to get 35%. This equals 1,050. Thus, I should be consuming between 300 and 1,050 calories from protein. Now let's convert this from calories to grams of protein. Recall that there are 4 calories per gram of protein. If I divide 300 calories by 4 calories per gram of protein, I get 75 grams of protein. If I divide 1,050 calories by 4 calories per gram of protein, I get 263 grams of protein. This means I should be consuming between 75 to 263 grams of protein. By applying the same concepts, I can calculate how many grams of fat and how many grams of carbohydrates I should be consuming. Next, let's briefly talk about nutritional tips. Healthy sources of protein include lean meats, poultry, fish, legumes, eggs, nuts, and seeds. At a minimum, the amount of grams of protein you should be consuming on a daily basis is 0.8 to 1 grams per kilogram of body weight. However, if you are endurance training, you should increase this to 1.2 to 1.4 grams per kilogram body weight. And if you are strength training, you should further increase this to 1.6 to 1.7 grams per kilogram body weight. Healthy fats include monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. These fats contain vital micronutrients such as vitamins A, D, E, and K. Sources include nuts, fish, and vegetable oils. Less than 10% of daily caloric intake should be from saturated fats, as these fats cause your liver to increase cholesterol production and may cause increased fat storage. Sources include red meat, dairy, eggs, chocolate, fried, and processed food. You should avoid trans fats completely, as they are directly linked to heart disease, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. You can identify trans fats by looking for partially hydrogenated or hydrogenated in ingredients. Lastly, limit cholesterol intake, as excess cholesterol gets stored in your arteries, which puts you at risk for cardiovascular disease. In general, complex carbohydrates, such as those found in legumes, veggies, whole grains, nuts, and seeds, are preferable to simple carbohydrates, such as those found in fruit, sugar, and milk. Complex carbohydrates contain dietary fiber, which have many healthy benefits, such as keeping arteries clear of cholesterol. Additionally, complex carbohydrates are digested more slowly than simple carbohydrates, thus not raising blood sugar as quickly. However, simple carbohydrates can be beneficial when a quick source of energy is needed. Try to limit food items with added sugars to less than 10% of your daily caloric intake, as excess processed sugar intake is associated with obesity, cancer, heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. Let's end this video with a quick discussion regarding weight management with diet and exercise. Regardless of the source, the calories you eat are either converted to energy or stored within your body as glycogen or fat. These stored calories will remain in your body unless you use them up, either by reducing calorie intake so that your body must draw on reserves for energy, or by increasing physical activity so that you burn more calories. Thus, your weight is a balancing act, but the equation is simple. If you eat more calories than you burn, you gain weight. And if you eat fewer calories than you burn, you lose weight. Therefore, the key to successful weight management is developing healthy diet and exercise habits. For example, to lose 1 pound of fat tissue, a person must burn approximately 3,500 calories. Therefore, it would take just over a month to lose a pound if someone cut 100 calories in their diet per day. However, they would lose that 1 pound twice as fast if they reduced their caloric intake by 100 calories and walked 1 mile per day, which burns roughly 100 calories. I hope this video provided you with insightful knowledge regarding the basics of nutritional demands with exercise. For more information on nutrition and exercise, check out our YouTube channel or contact your local nutritionist.